today I want us to talk about a little something. Have you ever noticed rather, that your motorcycle has got some sort of light that does not go off? As long as you start your bike or you put the key on, ignition on, whatever, and you start that thing up, there's a light that's not going, you can't turn it off. There is no switch to turn that off. It always stays on. Have you ever, you can put on your high beams like so, and you can definitely turn them off. See, high beams on, high beams off, but there's one light there that stays on. Have you ever wondered why? Let's talk about it. Hello there, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, niggas and Unruly TJ once again, and I'm back in another video. And yet again, it's more of a riding tips video, and today we're going to be talking about getting noticed. Okay, so what do I mean by getting noticed? Simply, I'm talking about you being noticed by him and him and him, basically every other road user, and why that is important for you as a motorcyclist. So I've noticed quite a few things on the road. People like this guy who want to sort of straddle the middle lane. Thank you for indicating that you want to switch lanes and picking a lane, sir. Anyway, I'm talking about getting noticed. So what I'm simply talking about is it's quite important for you if other road users notice you. If the driver in front of you, behind you, or on your side notice you, you are a lot safer that way, because I don't think anyone out there wants to intentionally kill or injure anybody. So you avoid situations where someone switches their lanes. See what that guy did? He noticed me and he wanted to switch a lane and he had to swerve back. And there are a couple of things that help you get noticed, and one of those is that low beam that I just spoke about. There's a reason why motorcycles are made that way. The manufacturers know that for a fact you are a smaller, significantly smaller vehicle, and it's quite difficult for you for other road users to notice you on the roads. And the only way to do that is to have your low beams on even during the day. That's going to allow other road users to notice you, and once they notice you, you're safer, right? So you might want to go an extra mile like I do. I always have my low beams and high beams on. When I was doing that crazy intro at home, I forgot to leave them on. I always leave my high beams on. It's always better for me that way. So yeah, you might want to do that as well. And that's going to allow you to get noticed. And the other thing is, maybe you might want to put on a reflective something, or something that's high. Put on something reflective. So you might want just make sure that your bike or what you're wearing is quite colorful. That's going to allow other road users to notice you quite easily. So in my case, my bike is red, it's blue, not so bad. But if you have a black motorcycle, black everything, and you're wearing black gear and you're black as like me, then no one is going to notice you quite easily. I'll give you an example. When I get to an intersection like that, where someone is coming from or maybe trying to join the traffic at an intersection, and then they actually look left, look right, and they cannot see you. Remember, a motorcycle carries so much speed and can gain quite some acceleration in no time. So by the time that person checks their left and right, you are not yet there. And by the time they try to join the traffic, maybe you've actually arrived, and then you get involved in an accident. You don't want that. But then if you put on something that's bright colors, they might you have a chance to be noticed from a distance, and if they see that there's a vehicle coming, then they will obviously give you way. And no one is going to just want to cut you off and give you a bad day for no reason. So that's the other thing. Make sure your motorcycle has got bright colors, or you are putting on bright colors, like your motorcycle gear. As you can see, I'm putting on a high vis vest. So that has been made for that single purpose alone. For me to be, see, that guy is telling me that my lights are on. I know, and I want it to be that way. So yeah, some might be annoyed by it, but it's better if they're annoyed and they have noticed you. See this guy? What was I talking about? Getting noticed, yeah. Make sure you are putting on something that's highly visible, rather, or your motorcycle has got bright colors, or both. You're better off having both in place, rather. The other thing is the motorcycle sound. I never want to ride a quiet motorcycle, man. I just feel intimidated by it. The reason why is this sound also helps me get noticed. On top of the of my lights on top of my motorcycle being bright in color, and me putting on highly visible clothing or gear, I want my motorcycle to be loud. It helps me get noticed. And yeah, again, some road users may be annoyed by the sound. You should be liking it anyway, but I won't judge. We are not the same age. Sorry, I don't mean to insult anyone, but there is a saying that says if it's too loud, you're probably too old.
Are you normal?
I don't know how far true that is, but yeah. Just remember, if I'm revving the shit out of my bike, I'm not trying to intimidate you, and I'm not trying to show off. I'm trying to get noticed, man. Because if we have an impact into you in a car, chances are I'm going to have a bad day and you're going to be okay. So this guy wanted me to rev it. And look at his age. Why can't you be a cool grandpa like him? Why? You can do that if you want. Anyway, yeah, that's the other thing. As long as my exhaust is loud, me revving my bike is simply a way of making sure that I get noticed on the road. Because remember the equation: you get noticed, you're a lot more safer than when you're not noticed. So when I'm downshifting like this, they're definitely going to realize that there's something coming, and they will be watching out for me, because they also don't want an impact, and they don't have any grudge on me. They have no reason to hit me or bump me or cut me off for no reason. So yeah, today's equation or motto is get noticed and be safe. I don't know if there's anything else, rather, but just whatever you do, just make sure you get noticed, man. Just make sure that you are noticeable. However, maybe as to close off this short video, you can do all that and still your riding style or how you interact with other road users is going to determine if you're going to be safe or not. You can be riding recklessly and then expect to not get bumped just because you you had a loud exhaust and you had your high beams on and you were putting on highly visible clothing, you can still get into an accident if you're not. You still need to be careful. There's a quote that I like that I saw somewhere on the internet. Somebody said, always the best way, this is especially a good advice for beginners. Always ride like you're invisible. Not invincible, invisible. If you don't know the difference, then you might want to grab a student companion, or you might want to grab an Oxford dictionary. Anyway, let me explain it. If you ride like you're invisible, what it means is, where I'm going to proceed is a situation where I have analyzed and seen that if the driver next to me, in front of me, behind me, on my side, cannot see me, the assumption is they cannot see me, is it safe for me to pass? Because if they didn't see me and I proceeded, then if they are going through, they might hit me. So if I'm only going to make the decision to proceed if I have made the decision that it's safe for me to proceed even if this driver cannot see me. I hope
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
I hope that makes sense. So always ride like you're invisible. I like that guy's shirt, guy in front of me, the lime green or neon yellow color, highly visual, but you cannot put that on top of, you cannot wear that as motorcycle gear because it's pretty light. But anyway, those are the colors that we've been talking about. So remember, get noticeable and be safe. Also, ride as if you are invincible. Until we see each other in the next video, guys.